Hey, it's Rob, and welcome to Axel's Garage. Alright, we got another honey-do list item. Now, for like the last 5 or 6 years, my wife has been asking me to build stairs off the deck in the backyard. Now, we have this deck that was built 16 years ago, and there's a gate here, and the gate goes to nowhere. Because there was a platform and there was a pool when we moved into this house in the backyard, so we had a platform that went right into the pool. We no longer have the pool, and now the big dummy is turning 21 next week, and he's going to have a bunch of his friends over. Hang on, I got to get the dog out of here. So the big dummy is turning 21. He's going to have a bunch of friends over. My oldest daughter's got like this whole thing planned in the backyard for like a bar crawl with different stations, being that because of the zombie apocalypse they can't go out and have a good time. So what we're going to do is we're going to build some stairs. So we're trying to lay out how we're going to do this. I think what we're going to do is, my first envisionment was just to have a platform coming out over here and then a narrow set of stairs going down so we don't take too much space away from the yard. And then we thought maybe have that platform down one step, so you step down onto the platform, and then you only have to go down 3 steps, which would make the steps a little shorter, which would also add yard space as well. It wouldn't take as much space in the yard, only having 3 steps. So I have an idea in my head. I have sort of a sketch on paper. We're going to see if we can put that together. Of course, it's hot. It's hot out, and it's like full sun here in the yard this time of the day. So we got to take this lattice off the front of the deck, and we're gonna go little by little. We went to Home Depot, got some wood, got some 2x6s, some 4x4s, some post setting concrete, and of course the 2 dummies are working today. The big dummy doesn't know about his bar crawl that's going to go. He knows his friends are coming over, but he doesn't know about the bar crawl thing that's being set up. And we have Emily. So I sent Emily over to Grandpa's to get a post hole digger, and Emily is gonna dig some. She could use a little bit of a workout in the heat today, because God knows I ain't digging post holes. And then I'm gonna get the baby mom out here to help us. So come along for the ride. All right, so we got the lattice cut out so that we have our opening there, and then I roughly measured for the posts, and Emily was going to do it because she's strong like bull, smart like tractor, but no. His granddaughter.
Yeah, that's me again.
His granddaughter can't dig post holes, so he's going to do it.
Well, I have many years' experience doing this, and I definitely wasn't going to make my granddaughter do it. Funny, my grandson had found jobs for today.
Well, I don't know why your granddaughter can't do it. Why does it have to be the grandson?
Look, I'm one of those old-fashioned men and women and young girls. Young girls don't do this kind of work.
She plays sports. She's strong like bull.
Sports is not. This is work.
You saying a girl, a 16-year-old girl, can't do that work?
Of course they can, but I'm not letting my granddaughter do it.
That is man's work.
And you don't have to leave it on.
That stinks.
Not on.
Oh.
All right, so Grandpa wound up digging the holes, and what we did with this one here was we put it into the, I guess this is a girder, I don't know, put it into this board there, coming out, and then we got a clamp there, just mocked up, and we want to do the same thing on this side, so then we can get a measurement from the outside of this board to the outside of this board, and then we can transfer that measurement over to here, so we can adjust the posts so that everything is sitting square and it's the same size, so when we put the deck boards on top, they won't be all squirrely. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just trying. Fighting with the joist hangers. I went to Home Depot and I bought them, and they don't have like holes in them. They're like a weird kind of joist hanger. I wasn't paying attention. I just made sure they were for 2x6s, and they're not right. So we're kind of fighting with them, trying to make them work. But we're getting there. Getting there. All right, so I did a wardrobe change because it's hot. But we got this one mocked up. We got it screwed in on that end. These aren't straight yet, which I'm not concerned with. What we're concerned with now is that we're like square coming out. So we took the measurement inside, we're transferring it to the measurement outside, and we're shifting it this way and this way to square it up. Grandpa went home to get a framing square because I don't have one of them because I don't do this stuff.
Loosen everything up. Slide this thing back down again.
What if we, oh, look at that. See?
Yeah, I know. It's all right. Don't worry
So
about
give me a clamp.
it. Yeah.
I got an idea. Like this one.
Yeah, have it.
Okay. Now we can take this one and this one off. 4x4 out. What I'm looking here. She's there. Now a little more. Yeah, maybe like that.
How are you? It's funny, I was gonna call you today and I was coming by.
Yeah.
Squeeze the baby's ass.
Like that, and then we gotta read a picture of the height.
We need the water first, Steve-O.
You gotta fill the hole to what?
Water.
How much water?
1/3.
1/3. So is that less than half or more than half? Okay, so fill it. You gotta drip, not fast.
You mean knife? Is that
1/3.
hand somebody a knife?
Yeah. Hose it off?
Grab it, make me turn it on.
No, don't lean on the posts. The posts are set now.
Why don't you buy Quickcrete?
That is it.
It's Sackcrete.
It's Quickcrete is a brand name.
I know, but you should have got Quickcrete.
What difference does it make? What brand I bought?
Quickcrete. Hey. Are you fucking
Go the other way, quick,
Steven, it was fine. Now,
Good.
No, it's not.
it was.
No,
It was too powerful. You had it way too...
My shorts are ruined now.
they're not ruined. Just
Those are old shorts anyway.
What do you mean it ruined? What do you get on them?
Steven sprayed the hose directly at the mud.
Well, at
Stop
least-
leaning on it. It's set.
at least mommy helped me. She goes, I'm gonna help you today.
That water looks so refreshing.
Third.
Yeah.
Third.
Good.
That's less than half. No, you could have cut the bag ahead of time if I'm ready.
No, it's because he turned it all the way the other side.
So it's Grandpa.
Now you gotta dump the whole thing in? Is that what it says?
Fill the hole 1/3 water. Recheck. Stop to mix water to drain. It doesn't say.
Dump it to as much as is needed.
What does it say you have to fill the hole with 1/3 of water?
Recheck level of the post. Slope mix to allow water to drain away.
Pour it in. Nice. 1/3, don't take.
I'm gonna pre-cut the bags too, so we're ready.
Wait, Steven, so you don't get everything all wet. All right, now we gotta do math. Time to do math. All right, the boards The boards are 1.5 inches thick. We got to put 2 more in here, and we want them equally spaced. So we have 44 inches. All right, so everybody went inside. Give me some peace and quiet, let me think. We got it all laid out. We put the front piece on, we squared it up. Concrete in the holes. We put this, like, I guess it's called like a ledger that the other boards sit on. Got it all bolted to the girder under the deck. And our step, looks like our step's going to be about 7 3/4 inches once we put the decking on. The decking will run this way, which will be consistent with the decking that's on the deck. And then we'll have our steps that are going to go down that way, like 3 steps going down that way. They didn't have the stair stringers. I don't know if I said that before at Home Depot. So I'm just going to cut the decking. Came in 8-foot lengths. I need 4 feet going across. So we're going to cut that up and see how it lays out. And that's really it for today. I'm kind of tired. You know, for something simple, it was a lot of finagling back and forth, and I want to get this dirt up out of the grass before I kill all the good grass. So let me cut those boards up and go see what it looks like. All right, so we cut the deck boards down, laid them out. Of course, you know, I got this one here. We're going to have to start on the outside, trim it around the 4x4, and then work our way back so that our one all the way up against the deck is going to be our, you know, piece that we have to rip down. But not bad for one afternoon. It wasn't a full day. It was just an afternoon. And we'll bring you along on part 2 when we finish this up. We'll get it all laid out, get those stringers so we can figure out how we're going to mount them in and how they're going to attach and fit. That's always the thing that screws me up because I don't do this enough. But attaching the stringers to the platform here is always what screws me up. So before I screw any of these deck boards down, I want to get those stringers in and figure out how we're going to do that. So if we have to make any adjustments, we can do it before the deck boards go down. But that's it today from Axel's Garage. It's the honeydew list, and all because of, I want to say it too loud, all because of the Big Dummy's birthday coming up in 6 days. So we're going to get this shit done. It's a couple days later, and we did a little futzing around 2 nights during the week in the dark, so we didn't film it. But pretty much we had to add a piece here, and he has to start barking as soon as I turn the camera on. But we put another piece down here, T-coed into the to that girder there, or whatever you call that thing. Anyway, for the stringers for the steps, and I toyed with the idea of making my own stringers because like 3 Home Depots and 1 Lowe's, they were all out of them. We had to go to a real lumberyard to get the stringers, and it was supposed to be 3 steps, but with the pre-cut ones, it wound up being 4 steps. If I would have made my own, each step would have been a little bit taller, and we could have got away with 3 steps, and it still would have been within that step range of 6.5 to 8 inches. So, but it's going to work out this way. It'll be fine. Easier at not cutting my own, because that did get a little confusing. So we got them just set up in place, and now I'm trying to put these deck boards on, going across here. I got all these clamps and everything because, of course, as we start to cut the deck boards around this, working our way back so that our cut piece is right up against the house or up against the deck, so we have full boards coming out where you really see it. Our platform that we like triple checked was square. It isn't square. It's off just by a hair. So we're going to have to cheat a little with the gap on the boards so that it doesn't look funny, and so it doesn't look like the boards are running askew. Or askew, you like that word, askew? So we're just cheating a little bit, maybe like a 1/16 of an inch on each board, just to make up that thing, which causes this front edge to be misaligned. So we're going to have to snap a line and run a saw across the front edge so the front edge looks nice and uniform. That's really it. Let me show you. So we got our stair stringers in. What I did was we put 1 screw in. On camera I can't tell, I got reflections. We put 1 screw in to hold it in place, and then we put a nice long leg bolt, and we got it T-coed into the deck. And now we're just working on these boards here. It was a pain in the ass cutting them around and things. That always sucks. What are you gonna do? Right, so what I have here, I'll show you if I put the board tight. If I can find my tape measure. So if I put the board tight, and go to the deck, I have 27 and 3/16. 27 and 5/16 on that side. And on this side, I have 27 and 5/8. So I only have to cheat a little bit. So I'm closer on this side than I am on this side. So what I do is I take this nail here, and that's my spacer that I'm using as a spacer, and I'm going to pull it in tight if my clamp is long enough, which this one is not. And then on this side, I'm going to put the nail in. But I'm going to leave the nail a little loose. And not a lot loose, just a little loose, and that one's going to be tight. And what that will do is sort of give me that little cheat factor. I'm only got to make up a little bit. Clamp this, and you can see how the nail kind of fits in there loose. And what I'll try to do on this side, let me see if I got a longer clamp that'll work. That one might just work. There. Okay, and now it stays. So this one's nice and tight. This one is loose. Probably make it just looser. Good. So that one's loose. That one's tight. And I can mark my holes. I pre-drill this composite decking. Probably don't have to. And if I was doing a real big if I was doing, like when I did the deck up there, a big deck, I didn't pre-drill them. I only had a split issue on one of the ends, but being that there's only a few boards here, I'm just going to pre-drill them to make sure I don't waste any. And I have some of these dual pitch screws that were on the old platform that was here when we had a pool. Knock this clamp off. I know the composite decking, they make spacers, and I had a ton of these, and I lent them to somebody, and they gave them back to me. I know they gave them back to me, but I don't know where I put them when they gave them back to me. This is the one I don't like, but they do have, see, this one doesn't even fit nice on it. They had a different spacer than this. This one is by Deckmate, and it gives you a nice indicator of where to put all the screws, so that your screws in the same spot every time, and it's a spacer. But I couldn't find the right ones, and I don't really like this one. So I'm doing it by measuring each one. It's only a few boards, so it's not a big deal. All right, let me get the rest of these done, and I'll be back with you. All right, so just as we were finishing up screwing and drilling the holes and screwing off everything on top, the skies opened up and it started pouring. So we made the mad rush to get the camera inside and all the tools. And then when it lightened up a little bit, I finished drilling the holes and screwed out the decking here. Then, in the meantime, while it rained, we ran to Homies and got another supply of lumber and hopefully everything else that we need to get it done enough for the protest on Saturday. So, what I did after that was I took some of the scrap. Really? Gonna knock it off. Took some of the scrap that we had. As soon as I turned the camera on.
Hang on.
She let him out as soon as I turned the camera on. So I took some of the scrap 2x6 we had left over, and it was just enough. I think I only had about 6 inches of waste, and I put some blocking in between the stringers on the inside. So I screwed it in that way, and the string is in that way, and then I put some blocking down on the bottom. This way it'll keep it nice and square and rigid. And now we can take some more of the imitation Trex Home Depot special and put it across and build the staircase out, and we'll see how it goes. I'll start laying out a couple pieces and I'll be right back. Yeah, I got soaking wet, so I had to do a wardrobe change. All right, so it's getting dark. I turn the lights on, and this is what I have to deal with. Nails all over the place, screws all over the place. It's all right. You just stay up there. Oh, fall right off. It's my nice platform, all muddy. Anyway, we're getting there. We got 2 steps done, and working our way down. We got 2 more steps to go.
No.
All right. So last night we finished the steps, and then today when I got home from work, I dug the hole for the post that's going to be at the railing end, and we cut these other posts to height, and now I just put a board across so I can get my angle on that post for my railing, and then I can cut that post to height, and the little big dummy can come and put the post setting concrete in the hole and fill that up. It's Friday evening, so we only have a few hours tonight, maybe a couple in the morning to get this done in the backyard, looking halfway decent for the big dummies protest. So I really don't know how to figure all these angles out. That's why I put the piece of board across, but it seems to be coming out okay.
What? Yeah.
You have what?
Electophilia.
What the hell's electophilia?
It's like the fear of pigs. I just made up a name and that's what it is. And she believed me. So I didn't do a word search.
That's the little big dummy token. All right, so it got dark. We got the lights on, and we're moving along, putting a little 1x on the inside. You saw we kind of like we kind of did the angles without doing math, trial and error fit, and it actually came out pretty decent. It's nice and stiff, and we're starting to connect it in this way, and we'll be good. We got to do this angle one, which I think I'm going to save for daylight, and the top 2 pieces, which I'm going to save for daylight. But I'm going to put those other side pieces in there, and then we got to get this mud up from the grass. Otherwise, it'll be a muddy shit show come tomorrow. But we're moving along. It's working out pretty good. Little big dummies helping, the big dummies observing or supervising, and it's
Because he worked all day.
time for a beer break. All right, so last night we worked until it was really no usable light even with the lights on in the yard. So we came out this morning nice and early, put these top pieces on. I gave them a shot, that's why I'm filthy with the router, just to soften that edge and make it look nice. This is the last board I got. Again, we didn't use math, just trial and error. I'm not a professional, but once we get that one screwed down, I think we're going to call this done enough for the protest, which is tonight. So it's Saturday morning, got it all done in the nick of time. Now we're just going to clean up the mess, and of course the dog, as soon as I turn the camera on. But I'll show you what I got. All right, so we got our steps going up. We're going to put a couple legs in the critical spots. Like you can see, we got two in that post down there. We're going to put some in these posts here. Anything critical. We're not going to do the lattice right now. We'll have to save that for another day because we got to get the yard cleaned up. So that's pretty much it. If I was really screwing something up, put it in the comments below. Like I said, I'm not a contractor. I've only done stuff like this as a hobby. It took a few evenings and I guess Saturday or Sunday last week. What did we do last week, Michelle? Saturday all day last week, couple evenings during the week, and now a couple hours on a Saturday morning, and I got it done. My wife thought that you just go buy a set of stairs attached to the deck and you were done. She had no idea that you had to actually build it and make it work. But we got it. We're good for the party. Now we can clean up, all the protests rather. Now we can clean up. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, give me that thumbs up if you liked the video. Put a comment down below and feed YouTube's algorithm. And I appreciate you guys' support. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.